Young Hands on the clock in car number 18. Kent Robinson on the clock. Kent with one feature win, and it came right here at Farmer City Raceway about a month ago. And lap number 1, it'll be Chase Young Hands 12.631. It's going to be second quick, 12.971. We'll see if Young Hands can pick it up even more on a lap number 2. And on lap number 2, Young Hands will stay at quick time, but he does not improve his time. And Kent Robinson will stay second. So the time to beat's going to be Chase Young Hands with a 12.631. Up next, number 25, the Billy Moyer Victory Race Car, Ryan Power plant under the hood of the Floyd's Waste Disposal, Cheap Cars, Pro Tire, and Automotive, Titan Industries entry. And as we said, 1 win on the year for Jason Figure, and it came right here at Farmer City. Off of turn at number 4, lap number 1 for Paul Parker. And he will be third quick, a 13.272. The time will go third quick, a 12.879. Paul Parker will stay fourth fastest. We'll see if Fager can pick it up on lap number 2. And Jason Fager will stay third fastest with a 12.789. So it's and in car number 89S, Mike Spatola, the TNS Heating and Air B&D Chemical Warrior, Ryan Powered, Big Daddy Scrap, car 89 for Mike Spatola. 9 wins a year ago, the 2014 Kankakee Track Champion. Lap number 1, Spatola, fourth fastest, 13.030. And it'll be Ferguson, fourth fastest, now 12.910. Lap number 2, Spatola will stay fifth with a 13.006 is his best lap. And Chris Ferguson will stay fourth. So it's Chase Young Hands, Concrete Excavating, E-Bolt, Hubner Tire, car 15B for Colby Vandenberg. Your next 2 qualifiers on the speedway. Time to beat Chase Young Hands with a 12.631, that brand new Rocket race car. Vandenberg, lap number 1, fifth fastest. And Marlar now fifth fastest, the 12.889. Colby Vandenberg will stay sixth fastest. Can Mike Marlar pick it up on lap number 2? And Mike Marlar will stay fifth fastest. He's off to a fast start in the modified. Got his first late model win at Eldora Speedway. McKay Winger in the Creative Kitchens and Bath, I-Beam Sliding Doors, Crop Production Services, Bob Pierce Ryan, a race car out of Fairbury, Illinois. And we'll see what these 2 drivers can do on the clock as they come around to the white flag. McKay Winger, 9th fastest, 13.510, 13.510. Nick Hoffman, 7th fastest, 12.790. McKay Winger, he's going to stay. He'll go up to second fastest with a 12.644. Nick qualifying. Jason Wagner, lap number 1, that'll be 8-0. Godsey comes across, he'll be 12th fastest. Wagner will stay 8th, and we'll see what Godsey can do on his second lap. And Godsey will be 12th fastest. Coming up, Arnie Random Motorsports, Longhorn Durham entry for the Squirrel. Brian Shirley, 2 wins on the year. Sponsored by Bob Cullen Racing, Vallejo Incorporated, and Thomason Express, all the Kids Castle, and KBC Graphics. Both drivers now on the clock. And lap number 1, Brian Shirley, he will go 7th fastest. 7th fastest for Brian Shirley. Gordy Gundaker comes by on his first lap. Gordy will be 12th fastest. Shirley lap 2, second quick, 12.635, only 4 thousandths of a second slower than Chase Young Hands. And Gordy Gundaker, he's going to be 11th fastest. Going to be joined on the speedway by Jeff Roth out of Bentonville, Arkansas. Car number 14R, the Bloomquist race car, Pro Power Racing engine under the hood. That's your next qualifiers on the speedway. As we said, Bobby Pierce already with 5 wins on the year. Last year's World 100 and North-South 100 winner. He comes around for a lap number 1, and he'll be third quick, 12.643 for Bobby Pierce, 12.643. And coming around for his first lap. It's going to be Jeff Roth. He'll be 16th fastest. Bobby Pierce, quick time, 12.622 for Bobby Pierce. Wisconsin, the Deppy Enterprises MB Custom Pro Power Racing Engine entry. That's your next two qualifiers on the Speedway. Time to beat Bobby Pierce with a 12.622. Billy Moyer, 818 career wins, 2 this year. The 3-time World of Outlaws champion, the Henderson Motorsports Car City Carl Chevrolet Billy Moyer victory race car. And a lap number 1 for Billy Moyer. Jimmy Mars will be 6th fastest. And waiting to see Billy Moyer's lap, not showing up on the transponder, on my screen at least. Lap number 2 for Billy Moyer. Still not seeing anything. And Jimmy Mars, quick time, 12.540. The Iceman's in the house. Jimmy Mars, quick time with a 12.540. Qualifiers left here in Group A, and they're all chasing Jimmy Mars. Tony Jackson Jr. and MB Customs, Cornette Powered, Odell Trucking, Merrill Self Storage, Berger Marine, CMD Shocks entry, 4-time defending Mars champion, looking for his first win of the year. Meanwhile, car number 33, Tim Manville, the Lucky Dog Racing, TMCI Transport, Rocket Race Car. Lap number 1 for Tony Jackson Jr., and he was 12th fastest. Meanwhile, Tim Manville, 10th fastest. Tony Jackson Jr., lap number 2, he is not going to improve. He'll jump up to 11th. He does jump up 1, and Tim Manville's 7th. Tim Manville up to 7th. Tony Jack, and we'll have, and Billy Moyer. Billy Moyer will come back out as his time did not record first time out. Brent Larson, the Longhorn Pro Power Racing Engine, HancoUSA.com, Arnie Random Motorsports, PFC Brake Century, the B1. Meanwhile, as we talked about, Taylor Scheffler, Racing Heritage and his family, the Wild Incorporated entry out of Waukesha, Wisconsin. Diamond Jim's Auto Sales, the sponsor on the side. Brent Larson, 21st fastest, and it's going to be car number 10. Where did he come in at? And he was 11th fastest for Taylor Scheffler. Lap number 2 for Larson. Larson going to stay down in 19th. Meanwhile, Taylor Scheffler.
The 21 out of Batesville, Arkansas. Got to be a 12.5. He can do it. On the hammer. Here we go, Ben.
All right, 2 laps to get it done, Mike. Final qualifier in Group A. Jimmy Mars at the top of the leaderboard. Moyer chasing Mars. Billy Moyer's going to barrel off through turns 3 and 4. What will he do as he comes to the white flag? Billy Moyer, second quick. 7 thousandths of a second back at 12.547. He could do it, Mike.
Keep your foot in it, old man. Turn left. He's got it.
Here comes William. William to the checkered flag,
yes.
And no, he can't do it. Billy Moyer will be second quick.
Wow.
And fellow Missouri driver right there with him, Austin Reddick, in car number 94 out of the Boot Hill, Missouri. We go green. Evan Hubert, lap number 1, a 13.614. Austin Reddick, his first lap, a 13.253. That's the time to beat so far. Lap number 2, Hubert will improve, but he'll stay second quick with a 13.285, and Austin Reddick will improve as well with a 13.127. So Graybar, Glenn's Auto Body, Longhorn Pro Power entry, joined him on Speedway by Jose Parga in car number 6P. The Rocket Chassis, Jacek Racing Engine, Vandermeersch Racing, Valvoline sponsored car 6P. The time to beat Austin Reddick with a 13.127. Lap number 1 for Jose Parga. Quick time, 13.040 for Jose Parga. And Bob Gardner will take it away from him, your current points leader here at Farmer City with a 12.957. Parga way off the front straightaway. He'll stay second quick. And Bob Gardner, can he improve? He will not, but he'll still be quick time. So Bob Gardner have a time to beat a 12.957 for the Washington, Illinois driver. 2016 Clarksville Speedway track champion in car 61 for Caleb Ashby. Joined on the Speedway by Dan Flessner in the 9D. The Flessner Farms, Burton Structural, Neiman Electric, Rocket Friedman powered entry for Dan Flessner. Lap number 1, Flessner, quick time, 12.753. Caleb Ashby, second quick, a 12.889. Lap number 2 for Flessner. He'll stay quick time, but he does not improve, a 12.753. And Ashby will stay second quick. So Dan Flessner, B&A Pallet Company, Viper Industrial Products, Birch Street Timber Products, Barry Wright, Hatfield powered entry for Justin Asplin, currently second in the Mars Dirt Car Series point standings. Time to beat Daniel Flessner with a 12.753. lap number 1 for Asplin. And Asplin not going to like that time, a 13.528. Meanwhile, lap number 1 for Riddell, he'll be 8th fastest. Asplin, lap number 2, a little faster, but stays 7th fastest, a 13.427, and Riddell will be 8th. So Justin Asplin at Clarksville Speedway in Tennessee. He's out of Bowling Green, Kentucky. The Del Mears Racing Engine Longhorn, sponsored by Larco Truck Repair, Nacarado GMC, Weller Truck Parts, and Crowd Transportation. All sponsors on the 9G of Larry Greer. So Greer and Mataragas on the Speedway. The time to beat a 12.753 by Flessner. Lap number 1 for Greer, 7th fastest, 13.303. Mataragas 3rd fastest, 12.947. Lap number 2, Greer will stay 7th fastest, and Mataragas will stay 3rd. So Mike Mataragas 3rd fastest, Daniel Flessner, Caleb Ashby, that's your top 2. 3 wins on the year for that driver. He had 8 wins a year ago. Billy Drake, the 1997 Prairie Dirt Classic champion at Fairbury, then be Custom Mulvaney-powered Executive Homes, Creative Kitchens and Bath, Brickman Motorsports, Mulvaney Trucking, car 75 for Billy Drake. Lap 1 for Drake, quick time, 12.740 for Billy Drake. Tanner English, quick time, 12.588 for Tanner English. Can Drake take it back away from him? He will not. Billy Drake stays 2nd, quick. Can Tanner English go faster on a lap number 2? And English will go faster. How about quick time overall, a 12.428 for Tanner English out of Benton, Kentucky in car 96. Kevin Weaver in car B12, the Black Market Race Car, Pro Power Racing Engine under the hood, the Thomas Express entry, over 300 career wins, the 2016 Fairbury Track Champion. And he's looking for a few sponsors on the side of that B12. We'll see if he can open some eyes here this weekend as he comes around to the white flag. And he'll go 4th fastest, 12.785. Kevin Weaver behind only Tanner English, Billy Drake, and Dan Flessner. Curtis Hobbs comes around for his lap. And Hobbs going to be 16th fastest. Kevin Weaver will stay 4th fastest. Pro Moyer Victory Chassis, a Pro Power Racing Engine under the hood. 2 wins on the year for last year's World of Outlaws Rookie of the Year. Devin Gilpin, a 3-time UMP Modified Champion. 2 wins on the year for the driver of the Sweet Bloomquist. Car number 1, sponsored by Valley and TJ Hancock Core Supplies and Valerie Motorsports. All sponsors for Devin Gilpin. Lap number 1 for Devin Gilpin. And he is going to be 12th fastest. Billy Moyer Jr., 4th fastest, 12.825. Devin Gilpin on his 2nd lap, and Gilpin is going to be 5th fastest now, and Billy Moyer Jr. 4th. So Billy Moyer Jr. 4th, Devin Peterson Chevrolet Buick, car number 83. Car number 45 on the clock, Don Hammer, the Bob Pierce Bull-powered Douglas Dodge LTD, the Shack, all sponsors on the 45 of Don Hammer. Time to beat Tanner English with a 12.428. Don Hammer 11th fastest, 13.110. And Scott Bull 13th fastest, 13.140. Those 2 drivers looking for a little speed here on lap number 2. Don Hammer going to shut her down. He'll take his 1st lap. And car number 83 of Scott Bull will be 13th. Don Hammer will be 11th. Joined on the speedway by Ryan Unziker. Got the win at Falls last week. First win of the year for the driver of the Bob Pierce Pro Power Racing Engine, Pro Tire and Automotive, RJR Transportation, Kingdom Farms, Kaiser Manufacturing, Appleton Power Rack and Pinions entry for Ryan Unziker, the 2011 UMP champion. He had 6 wins last year. Lap number 1 for Unziker. He'll be 8th fastest. Vaughter going to struggle a little bit on his 1st lap. 20th fastest, 14.391. Unziker 8th fastest, 12.915. Being in fabrication, that's easy for you to say, Mike Norris. B Auto Parts entry, 1 win a year ago. Meanwhile, 5 wins on the year in the CJ1 for Rusty Schlenk, the CJ Rayburn. Hess-powered entry sponsored by Buckeye Concrete Coatings, Velocity, and Dominator Race Products. Schlenk, the current UMP national points leader. Shannon Babb, quick time overall, 12.323 for Shannon Babb. Rusty Schlenk on lap number 2. Schlenk's going to be 17th fastest, and Babb's going to go even faster, a 12.310. Race fans, give him a round of applause. Quick time overall, the Moequa Missile, Shannon Babb. He's in the Black Diamond Clemens powered McBride Mack, M&M Paint Construction, PRC Racing, M&S Concrete entry. One win this year came in the Toilet Bowl down at Clarksville Speedway with the Mars Series. And of course he had 3 wins a year ago, and one of them the Dirt Late Model Dream. $100,000, first driver from Illinois to ever win that race. Dennis Erb Jr. lap 1, 5th fastest, 12.767. He's got to pick up 0.4 of a second to get it done on the second one. Don't know if he can get there, but we're going to find out. Final time out of turn number 4, and no, Erb will stay 5th fastest. So in Group B, Dennis Erb Jr., 5th fastest with a 12.767. Then it's going to be Dan Flessner. How about Flessner? 4th fastest. Billy Drake 3rd, a good lap for him. Tanner English 2nd. And Shannon Babb fans, quick time in Group B. Overall, give him a round of applause. A 12.310, the Moequa Missile. He gets it done, the Petrov Towing. They have no money. They can't afford to buy passes to get in. Well, Dustin Jarrett, as we throw it down to the infield, who do you think is going to pick up the win here tonight?
Well, I tell you what, I've looked this field over, and I think that any one of these drivers can win this restaurant quality field of cars. But come on, guys, it's Farmer City. I've got to go with Illinois' first son, the Moequa Missile, Shannon Babb.
Not a bad pick, Mike Norris. Who do you? You're shaking your head, Mike Norris. Why are you shaking your head?
Well, you put me on the spot. My heart wants to go with the Iceman, Jimmy Mars, but I had a friend all week at the shop there at Dyer's Top Rods, one of the big sponsors of the event. I've been telling him this guy's got something in him. He said, no way. I'm going with a 21 out of Batesville, Arkansas, Billy Moyer.
You know what? I'm going with the upset supreme tonight. Give me Tanner English, Benton, Kentucky. Number 96 going to put it in victory lane here tonight, and it's going to be not his biggest win, but a signature win against a very stout field of cars.
No doubt about it. We could be looking back at this 5 years from now and remember that night, Ben Shelton, when the 96 got her going.
Well, we're getting set to rack them and stack them here tonight. 24 cars, 35 laps. Tomorrow night, we go 74 laps. We've got 20,000 on the line tomorrow night. Tonight, though, I love these short ones. The long one's going to be good, but it's 2 different driving styles as they get set to go here tonight.
So here we go, race fans, on a chilly Thursday night. First night of the Farmer City 74 backstretch. You're going to see him first. And off of 4, ladies and gentlemen, here at the Farmer City Raceway. Tonight, I proudly present to you the 800 horsepower, fire-breathing, mud-slinging, ground-pounding cars and stars of the Mars Racing Series in Farmer City. They're coming at you 4 wide.
Well, tonight's going to be a nice warm-up for tomorrow night's 4 wide because they were a little rusty tonight. There's been a lot of rainouts. Let's be fair to them, but we're going to get them back 2 by 2 as we get them set to go 35 laps. Well, Dustin Jarrett felt like Shannon Babb was going to win tonight. As we get set to make history here, preliminary action, opening round, the inaugural Farmer City 74, 35 laps, debris falling from the sky, green flag in there, we're underway. Jimmy Mars will take it to the hub through 1 and 2. Meanwhile, Ziegler looks to his inside. Ziegler up to second. Back in the third spot, it'll be car number 96 of Tanner English.
And Mason Ziegler, a slide job on the opening lap. That's going to take the race lead. Jimmy Mars back to second. Tanner English third. Shannon Babb fourth. Billy Drake. But here comes Billy Moyer diving to the inside, looking to go from 6th to 4th. Here on lap number 2 as they work 3. They're driving to Chalk Hill, PA. Mason Ziegler showing the way.
And here comes Shannon Babb. Hammer down on the high side. He's up to 4th. He's looking for more. He'll go after Tanner English, and he's going to take 3rd away down the back straightaway. Here comes Shannon Babb. He's running higher on the speedway than anybody in the top front of the pack. Meanwhile, Babb to the outside of Jimmy Mars. Shannon Babb up to 2nd. Now Ziegler, your leader through the middle of the track, through turns 1 and 2 down the back straightaway. Shannon Babb in 2nd. He's not satisfied there. He's coming in a hurry. You better go, Ziegler, because here comes the missile. Count it, 4 laps on the board, 31 to go in a blistering pace early in this one. Out front, they are turning 12-second laps. They're in the 12-second bracket, and we may have a new leader as we come around for lap number 5. 5 on the board, 30 to go. New leader, Shannon Babb.
Oh, my goodness. The Moequa Missile off the launching pad. Down the back straightaway, Shannon Babb. around to the outside of Mason Ziegler. Lap traffic going to become a reality in a hurry, but Shannon Babb now showing the way. Mason Ziegler second, Jimmy Mars third, Tanner English fourth, Billy Moyer going to round out your top five. Right now, Shannon Babb and Ryan Unzicker, the only two cars, along with McKay Winger running that top side as they work by Larry Greer, as he's the first car to go lap down, Ben.
Lap traffic now a reality as we work lap number 8 out of turn number 1 down the back straightaway. Rusty Schlink out of this one, Larry Greer out of this one, and Shannon Babb picking him up and mowing him down. He'll go to work on Caleb Ashby. Ashby will go down a lap off into 1 and 2. Up next will be Austin Reddick. Ziegler in second. He's 5 car lengths back. It's almost a full straightaway back to Jimmy Mars in third. Fourth now, Billy Moyer. Fifth, Tanner English. Sixth going to be Billy Drake. Seventh now going to be Unzicker. Back in the 8th spot as they work off of turn number 4. Who's it going to be? That's going to be McKay Winger, then Chase Young, Hans Dennis Earp Jr. That's your top 10 as we complete lap number 10 off turn 4.
K-Rob pulls to the infield as well. As Shannon Babb continues to show the way, he's going to dive to the inside of Tim Manville, put him a lap down. Mason Ziegler now content on running the bottom. Jimmy Mars, a battle for third with Billy Moyer. Mars going to the high side. Moyer going to work to his inside, a good side-by-side battle, looking for that first yellow flag. They're going to work side-by-side. Moyer and Mars now for the third spot, and Babb's off the backstretch. Look out! He spits it in there. Mason Ziegler to his inside. Ben, a good one shaping up as they work off 4. Babb still leads. Wow.
Babb almost gave it away. He gets it back together, though, and now Ziegler bobbles off turn number 4, and that allows Babb to pull away by half a straightaway. Shannon Babb had 3 tires off the racetrack out of 2. He gets it back going, though. Ed Petroff wipes the sweat off his forehead, and we stay green. Working lap 14 through turns 1 and 2. Ziegler in second. In third now, it's going to be Billy Moyer. Jimmy Mars in fourth. In the 5th spot, it continues to be Tanner English. Billy Drake back in the 6th. No, now in 6th, it's going to be Unzicker. He's on the move. Ryan Unzicker may love to see a caution here tonight, Mike.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Ryan Unzicker, one of my picks here early on in the week, running that high side, has got a feature win last Saturday at the Legion Speedway, running that high side, hoping for a caution flag as a torrent pace, as we got a good battle behind them at Tanner English and Ryan Unzicker. Billy Drake looking to go 3 wide, 4 position down the back straightaway. Now Tanner English moving to the top side. Meanwhile, Shannon Babb continues to show the way. Tim Manville gets in a bit sideways. We're going to stay green. Ziegler second.
Manville did everything but spin down in 1 and 2, but we stay green. And right now, Shannon Babb's got a full straightaway lead. 17 laps down. Next time by is going to be halfway. We'll set the field as they come by this time. Shannon Babb, your leader, and he's got a straightaway over Mason Ziegler. And now with 18 on the board off turn number 4, here's your running order. Shannon Babb leads the way. Mason Ziegler in second. In the 3rd spot, now Billy Moyer. Back in 4th, Jimmy Mars. In the 5th spot, Tanner English. 6th is going to be Unzicker. Billy Drake in 7th. Chase Young Hands 8th. McKay Winger in 9th. Dennis Earp Jr. in 10th. Then it'll be Brian Shirley, Kevin Weaver, Bobby Pierce, Mike Marlar, Billy Moyer Jr., Mike Mataragas, Tim Manville, Tony Jackson, Austin Reddick, and Caleb Ashby. That's your top 20.
Mataragas pulling off the speedway as well on the back straightaway. So we continue to stay green as Shannon Babb continues to lead. Mason Ziegler now may have a chance to reel him in here as they're going to have heavy lap traffic. They're running 2 wide, 2 deep in front of your race leader, Shannon Babb. So we'll see if he slows the pace. Mason Ziegler trying to run him down in 25. Right now we're still green. And the light comes on, Ben. Caution out.
Caution will fly on the speedway.
Right there in between turns 1 and 2.
And we got a car out at the disco party outside of turn. And that's going to be Mike Marlar outside of turns 1 and 2.
And I think he might be buried in the mud as well. There's a big, huge puddle back there. So
yeah,
Marlar
he's shooting
may be
rooster
stuck.
tails. Yeah, you can see. Wow.
Yeah. Calamity Corner over there, the disco ball. They got the fire back on.
Attention to the Mike Marlar crew. You're going to need a lot of WD-40 over there, boys. It's going to be a lot of mud getting set to get this one back underway. Well, all jokes aside, Dustin, you called it. You said Shannon's awfully tough here. Those opening laps, did he look determined or what tonight?
Yeah, I mean, he went right up to the top side and I mean, made it work. And, you know, we're standing down here where all the crews are, where they're signaling to the drivers. And, I mean, immediately when Babb went up to the high side, even before he had the lead, every single one of these crew members were telling their drivers to do the same thing.
Well, we're going to see what's going to happen. We got 15 to go, Mike Norris, and we're coming back to the green flag.
The Muiqua missile. Billy Moyer on the outside. Off of 4 comes Billy Moyer now on a restart. Around the outside of Mason Ziegler. They're looking to go 3 wide for the race lead. Hey, Ben, Action picking it up front. Here comes my pick, Mr. Smooth. Billy Moyer going to work right in the middle of the speedway. Babb on the high side. Oh, baby, it's getting good.
Billy Moyer trying to make Shannon Babb wait 12 months to get another win. Once again, here comes Moyer. Babb's got the lead. He said, no, sir. I want it here tonight. Ziegler back in third. In the fourth spot, it's Mars. Fifth going to be Tanner English. And we've got 22 down, 14 to go. And it's awfully good at the front of the pack.
That looks like an Illini 100 or a Summer National event down the back straightaway. Shannon Babb, Billy Moyer. Here comes Jimmy Mars now in on the 25. Good battle for that third spot as well. Babb continues to show the way. Moyer, Jimmy Mars now to the inside of Mason Ziegler, but back up front. Billy Moyer down to the inside, half a car length. The veteran out of Batesville, Arkansas, on the move in 21 for the race lead off of 4. The caution is out. Doggone it.
I've seen, and Bobby Pierce with trouble, and he's at the disco party outside of turn number 1.
What is going on over there?
What?
Oh, my.
Quit waving those drivers over there. You're bringing out cautions in an otherwise good race. That's right, Pup. We're watching you over there. Wow. Well, tough break for Bobby Pierce. The reality is that's the only place that's not like a swamp is right up against the fence. That's where the cars end up.
12-8, 12-9. They're running low. 13s now. Lights are off. And here we go, Ben.
All right, coming back to the green flag. 23 down, 12 to go. Shannon Babb on the loud pedal. We're back underway here tonight at Farmer City Raceway.
12 to go. We'll see if Billy Moyer. Now Mason Ziegler. Hey now. Ziegler down to the inside of Billy Moyer. Moyer trying to cross him back over. Babb will race back to the lead. Moyer to the inside of Ziegler. Sparking and arcing. Moyer back to second. Ziegler down to his inside. Oh my.
Look out. And Ziegler gets into the nose of Moyer's car. Moyer will go back around him. And that is the battle right now. Shannon Babb says, boys, beat the wheels off each other. I'll drive away from you. And Shannon Babb, your leader with 10 laps to go.
Yeah, 10 to go. Billy Moyer going to regroup, see if he can run down Shannon Babb. Mason Ziegler back to the inside. Good battle for that second spot. Ziegler to the inside, but here comes Ryan Unziegler, the driver out of El Paso. Now Mason Ziegler to second. Billy Moyer back to third. Keep your eyes on the 24 here in the late stages. 9 to go. The battle for second. Wow.
And Ziegler shoved up the racetrack. Moyer goes around him. Unziegler may try to get all 3 of them. He's going to go to work now. And here comes the 24 car of Unziegler. He'll go to the outside of Mars. He'll go after Moyer as well. Kevin Weaver working his way up through the pack in car B12.
I hate to say it, but I'm hoping for a caution. All of a sudden, Shannon Babb showing the way. Ziegler second, Moyer third. Good battle for fourth. Here comes Ryan Unziegler to the outside. A couple of Pro Power racing engines will work side by side for the fourth spot down the back straightaway. Shannon Babb continues to show the way. The battle for second again will heat up. Mason Ziegler, Billy Moyer. Right behind them, a good one, and it's Ryan Unziegler and Jimmy Mars.
And now there's 6 laps to go, and Shannon Babb is checked out in this one. He does not want to see a caution. Here comes Ryan Unziegler. He's going to go to work on Billy Moyer. That's for the final spot on the podium, position number 3. Right now, Moyer holds it in second, and it's going to be Ziegler. And Shannon Babb with a straightaway lead as it's now 4 laps to go, this time off turn number 4.
4 to go. The Moweaqua Missile continues to show the way. Mason Ziegler to the outside. Billy Moyer a step lower. Jimmy Mars on the bottom now looking to take the 4th spot. Jimmy Mars to the inside of Ryan Unziegler. Those 4 cars battle for position down the back straightaway. 3 to go this time by the Moweaqua Missile, but the battle for seconds where it's at. Moyer going to dive to the inside of Mason Ziegler. Ziegler going to hold him off.
You take Shannon Babb out of this race, and it's an amazing race for 2nd through 5th right now. Babb just driving away from him, and he's got 2 laps to go. In second, it's Ziegler. Third's going to be Moyer. 4th, Jimmy Mars. Unziegler still pounding that cushion off turn number 4, and we're going to see the white flag this time out of turn number 4 for Shannon Babb.
Babb again down the back straightaway. Mason Ziegler second, Billy Moyer third, Mars 4th, Unziegler 5th. Final time, Ben Shelton, Shannon Babb. Oh, we got a car slowing. Billy Moyer Jr., we're going to stay green. We'll stay green. Ben, bring us home. Opening 9.
They'll head off into turns 3 and 4 for the first time in 2017. Shannon Babb's going to visit victory lane, $3,000 richer here tonight at Farmer City. Coming home in second, Mason Ziegler. Third will go to Billy Moyer. 4th will go to Jimmy Mars. Ryan Unziegler in 5th. Tanner English 6th. Kevin Weaver 7th. Make that Herb 7th. Weaver 8th. Billy Drake 9th. Chase Younghans in 10th. 11th will go to McKay Winger. Tim Manville 12th. Billy Moyer 13th. Billy Moyer Jr. 13th. And Reddick and Tony Jackson Jr. Coming home in 3rd out of Batesville, Arkansas, car number 21 of Billy Moyer. In 2nd out of Chalk Hill, Pennsylvania, Mason Ziegler. And Farmer City Raceway, give your home state driver a round of applause. Out of Moweaqua, Illinois, the Moweaqua Missile, Shannon Babb picks up $3,000 here tonight at Farmer City Raceway. The checkered flag, meanwhile, in the FK Rod instant replay. And Moyer picks up the side of Ziegler's car, no doubt, at the scales. Wow. DJ, take it away in victory lane.
Well, all of that drama happened behind this guy right here as he'll climb out of the Donnelly Trucking Petroff Towing sponsor number 18. The winner of the opening night of the Farmer City 74. Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for the Moweaqua Missile, Shannon Babb. Shannon, congratulations, man. Again, just like we said in that heat race, you are synonymous with this racetrack. Took you a couple laps, but once you got rolling up there on the high side, you were able to really pull away from them there at the end.
Yeah, I tell you, this is one of my favorite racetracks, and had a lot of moisture in it tonight. It was awesome. The lane moved around a little bit, but, I got to say hats off to Mark Richards and all the guys at the Rocket Chassis. They put us right on the money. They got a great product right now, and it's super fast. This makes my job a lot easier. Got a lot of good help helping us, and got to thank Emily and Finley at home for supporting me to keep me going racing.
You had one little scare there early on in the race where you kind of dropped out over the back straightaway a little bit.
That's just my halfway race stunt that I do over there about, to make sure the fans ain't falling asleep.
I'd say you did a good job. Hey, who else do you need to thank?
I got to thank John Keebler. He's here tonight. Delmer Donnelly, Ed Petroff, and Garrett Russell, and CJI Piping. Just got a lot of good people here that supports us.
All right, congratulations, Shannon, and maybe a precursor to what we're going to see tomorrow night.
I tell you, it's always good to come here and race, especially when you can race Billy. I knew them guys were telling me he was right there, and that guy doesn't ever give up. So I knew he was going to pull something out of there at the end, and I just changed my lineup a little bit and just made it shorter distance and come out the end. But yeah, it's going to be good tomorrow night. I know there's a lot of good cars here, and this place always puts on a great race.
$3,000 richer tonight. He'll go for $20 grand tomorrow night. Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for the Moweaqua Missile, Shannon Babb.
Well, thank you very much, Dustin. Congratulations to Shannon Babb. As we said, this year it took a lot less time than it did last year to go to victory lane. Shannon Babb got his first win on December 16th last year. This year, May 11th, and he's going to definitely be a contender tomorrow night. Mike Norris, we see the full moon up in the sky, and it has been playing havoc all night. What a way to start the weekend.
I tell you what, as Shannon mentioned, the track had some traction in it tonight. It's supposed to warm up tomorrow. Sun's going to be out. Wind will kick up. This thing's going to dry out. It's going to be a fun 74 laps tomorrow night for $20,000. I promise you that. Please tune in tomorrow. Again, www.dirtondirt.com if you can't be here in person. But if you can, come on out.
Please
it's going to be one whale of an event. Please help support the Farmer City Raceway. $5,000 to win for the modifieds. They're chomping at the bit to get out here and test some of these modifieds as well. So, again, race fans, please stay off the racetrack. And I'm not sure if they're going to allow you back to the pit area with all this practice. So I'd probably say not. So maybe find some place to hang tight if you want to go down to the pits. You're going to probably have to wait for quite a while. But we'll let you know. Ben, any final thoughts here in the opening night?
No, we just really appreciate everybody watching tomorrow night. Again, hot laps at 6:30. We'll go live with the broadcast about 6:30. If you're watching at home, please come join us. It's going to be a beautiful day tomorrow. Let's pack the place. Again, thanks so much to everybody. Congrats tonight, Shannon Babb. He starts the weekend with $3,000. He'll chase $20 tomorrow night. Once again, on behalf of Mike Norris, Dustin Jarrett, myself, Ben Shelton, thanks so much for tuning in. If you're here in the stands, please be safe going home. And if you watched at home, thanks so much. You've been watching it all live at dirtondirt.com.